Hello and welcome back to the floor of my bedroom in Kyoto. Today's going to be a quick video. I just wanted to answer this one question that I've been getting for a long time, like since I started my channel. I think it's a great question. It's a question that I wish I knew the answer to when I first moved here. And that question is, as you know by the title of this video, how do you make friends in Japan? So I do have a few tips of things I wish I knew, things I did differently. Don't use dating apps to make friends. I spent my first 7 months in Japan with no friends, and it was really lonely. I was doing a lot of things on my own, and they were fun things, but at the same time I had this feeling like, oh, I wish there was someone here to share this with, you know? And that's why I would often bring you guys along, and it made me feel a little less lonely. But yeah, hopefully these tips will help you find friends that you can go on adventures with while you're here in Japan. So yeah, let's jump into number one. One of the best ways that I think to make friends in Japan, as well as any new country that you're moving to, is through online apps. And no, I'm not talking about dating apps. But yeah, there's other apps that you can use to make friends. And one that I use is called Hello Talk. And this one is really awesome. Some people do use this one as a dating app, so do be careful. I found success by writing in my profile, serious language partners only. I still did get a lot of guys messaging me, but I was able to like weed them out. But yeah, I found this app really useful for making friends, especially when I was in New York, like before I came to Japan, and I didn't have anyone to practice speaking Japanese with. I both got to practice speaking Japanese and make some friends. One or two of those friends became real life friends when I moved to Kyoto. They also lived in the Kansai area. The second app that I like for making friends in Japan is Meetup. This one is also in other countries. So yeah, I use this app in Kyoto, and what I really like about this one is that you can find meetups based on your hobbies. So for example, I like hiking, and I went to some hiking meetups, so I was able to meet other people who have the same interests as me, which I think is a good foundation for a friendship. At this meetup, you will meet fellow foreign friends as well as local Japan friends, so that's another bonus of the Meetup app. And the third app is similar to the first one, Hello Talk. It's called Tandem. It's basically the same concept, except this one you had to do a little more verifying. So you have to like submit a picture of yourself and like make sure all of your information is correct, which I think makes it a little more safer. So yeah, I like Tandem too. Again, with the language exchange apps, some people do use them as dating apps, which if you want to use it as a dating app, like that's great, go for it. But if you don't want to use it as a dating app and you genuinely just want to find friends, make sure you specify that in your profile, because you'll have more people reaching out to you who just want to be friends. And as always, when meeting people online, be super careful. Never meet people in private places. Always meet in public places with a lot of people, like Starbucks. I think that's a great, always a good first meeting point. Everyone likes Starbucks. So yeah, so that's the first way that you can meet friends in Japan. I also met a lot of friends through social media. I know one of my friends met people through Reddit. I've met people through Instagram and TikTok, and YouTube. So yeah, social media is always a good way to make friends, as long as you're careful. Second most common way that you'll probably make friends when living in Japan or in any country, even maybe in your home country, is friends of convenience. So this is friends that you'll meet at work, your co-workers, maybe your students if you have adult students and you're teaching English, your classmates if you're coming here on a student visa. So yeah, these are friendships that are just like the people around you, so it's just convenient. If you're lucky, you'll have some really awesome classmates or coworkers who you'll have things in common with and you can become friends. My first year in Kochi, I had really awesome coworkers that I used to hang out with outside of work sometimes, and I also had adult students, so they would invite me to do some things. One of my students took me to see his farm one day, and then we like went out to lunch with a few of my other coworkers. That's one of the benefits I think of being an Eikaiwa teacher, is that you teach adults, so that you might have some students that are around your age that you can become friends with. And then the third most common way that you'll make friends when living in Japan or abroad in any country is by doing things you like. So for example, I love yoga, so I joined a yoga studio and I made a bunch of friends at that yoga studio because we have in common that we all like doing yoga and we're slightly hippies. So yeah, I think doing things you like, joining clubs, you can do an easy Google search in English or Japanese to find stuff in your area and your city. It might be a little harder if you're in the countryside, but even when I was in the countryside last year in Kyoto, I was doing a lot on YouTube and I ended up like joining an online YouTube thing, and I made some friends through there. So yeah, don't worry too much. You will make friends naturally just by being here and living your life like you would in any country. My closest friends here I've met through like friends of a friends of a friend, so it did take some time to get there, to meet them. And yeah, I think that's everything. None of these tips I think are very groundbreaking, but I do hope that they were helpful for you in some way. If you have any tips of your own, please leave them down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe because that keeps me on here making more videos. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye for now.